Hello there, sword friends. Today I'm going to tell you about this sword right here. This is the 9260 Unokobi Zukuri Katana from Shadow Dancer. This was provided to me by the folks at swordiz.com. I'll link it in the description down below if you're interested. This video is more of a brief overview for those of you interested in the sword and want my quick thoughts on it. I'll do a full review eventually, but it's going to be a little bit. Anyway, this sword is $228 in its base configuration. The version I have has been enhanced with the extra $60 option for Hishigami Pro. As you hold the sword, it gives you a feeling of connection with the sword that you really can't replace. So I would strongly recommend that extra $60 option if you can swing it. There is a floral pattern on this sword, and I can notice some pretty keen details here on the kashra and on the fuchi. They're intricate, they don't bite my hands too much, and there's not really a lot of signs of casting residue or something. The fitting set that they've used here is actually pretty clean. The shape of the handle is very pleasant. It feels solid in my hand. The diamonds are pretty even and well done. The way they transition to the fuchi is also quite clean. There's a floral pattern on the tsuba here, and what I'm worried about is these details. Well, I can make it out. The floral pattern is, does it turn into a cheese grater if I choke up and I put my hand right on the tsuba, which some styles do, and I move my hand around a little bit? Have I unintentionally exfoliated my skin? And the answer is generally no. There's a little bit of discomfort here, but nothing substantial. It wouldn't necessarily wear on me if I were using the sword, or at least not unintentionally make me bleed in class. If I move down from here, the scabbard is a black ishime finish. That means it has this kind of stone texture to it, and it has resin plasticky bits, I think, as the kojiri, kurigata, and koiguchi area. Now this side is a little bit on the tight side. It doesn't rattle, but it is a little bit on the raspy side, and that can be somewhat of a problem. I have a feeling that's just dumb luck on here, because the other examples that I have from Shadow Dancer don't have this problem, and it's, I think, the first time I've heard this from the examples I have from Shadow Dancer. The blade shape is an Unokobi Zukuri geometry. That means I have a kind of a thicker spine here, this one with a bohi, and then the spine here tapers in a little bit, thins out, and then swells out again towards the tip area here, which makes the sword a little lighter, more maneuverable feeling. It makes it cooler looking. It's a very pleasant geometry to have, and it's also got a nice swishy sound as I move it through the air. The way the wind catches the tip seems to work out pretty well. As a training tool, it's not bad either. The way it glides on my hand, fits in the scabbard, is generally not too bad until I get to about here, where it starts making a little bit of noise. If you like swords in the Unokobi Zukuri style geometry and you want something that is through hardened, it's going to be a little harder to break, a little more forgiving in terms of doing some bottle cutting, tatami cutting, that kind of thing, I think this is a strong contender, especially if you like the floral theme. I'm a big fan of Unokobi Zukuri geometry, not always for training. Sometimes I poke myself accidentally with them, but it is a very handsome shape, and this is a very good execution on a budget sword.